The dim fluorescent lights of the Norfolk bar buzzed overhead as rain hammered the windows like incoming fire. It was a Friday night in 2019, the kind of night when every SEAL, Marine and sailor within 50 miles crammed into the same sticky-floored joint to forget the week. At the far end of the bar sat a woman no one noticed at first, mid-30s, dark hair pulled into a simple ponytail, wearing a plain black hoodie and jeans. She nursed a water with lime and watched the room like she was counting exits. Then the door slammed open and in walked Rear Admiral James Jimmy Callahan, 2 stars gleaming on his collar, fresh from Coronado and already 3 whiskeys deep with his entourage of commanders and master chiefs. The whole bar straightened up. You don't ignore a 2-star even off duty. Callahan's laugh boomed over the music as he made his rounds, slapping backs and telling war stories everyone already knew by heart. When he reached the end of the bar, he finally noticed the quiet woman sitting alone. His eyes narrowed with that half-drunk mischief senior officers sometimes get when they smell a target. He leaned in, voice loud enough for his whole posse to hear. "Hey, sweetheart, you lose your way to the officers' club, or are you just here to see how real warriors drink?" His buddies roared. She didn't flinch. She just looked up with eyes that had clearly seen worse than a drunk admiral on a Friday night. Callahan wasn't done. He loved an audience. "Come on, darling, what's your rank? You Air Force, Navy? Or did you just wander in here wearing your boyfriend's hoodie?" The laughter got louder. Someone yelled, "Bet she's a Lieutenant JG at best." The Admiral grinned like a shark and tapped the 2 silver stars on his collar. "See these? Took me 31 years of blood and broken bones. So go ahead, impress me, what are you?" The bar went dead quiet because the woman finally smiled. It wasn't warm, it was the kind of smile you see in targeting footage right before the crosshairs settle. She set her glass down, stood up slow, and unzipped her hoodie. Underneath she wore a simple black t-shirt. And right there, over her heart, was a tattoo everyone in that bar knew by reputation only. The crimson trident of a SEAL sniper. But wrapped around it was the rarest thing any of them had ever seen. The insignia of the Naval Special Warfare Development Group, Devgru, Gold Squadron. And beneath it, in tiny scripted letters that made the air leave the room, SCPO SEAL Riley Kane, 19 Kia confirms, OIF. A Master Chief near the Admiral actually dropped his beer. Callahan's face drained of color so fast you'd think someone pulled the plug, because every SEAL in the building knew that tattoo. They knew the name. Riley Kane wasn't just a sniper, she was the sniper. The one who took the 2,100-meter shot in Helmand that saved an entire Marine company. The one who crawled 72 hours through Taliban territory with a broken femur to drag her wounded spotter to safety. The one who turned down every officer commission offered because she refused to leave her team. 19 confirmed kills with a bolt-action rifle, and God only knows how many more the classified files would never admit. Callahan tried to speak and nothing came out. Riley just looked at him, voice low but carrying like a gunshot in church. "Senior Chief, Admiral, retired last year after 22. My trident might not have stars, sir, but it outranks every ribbon you've ever saluted." Then she pointed to the small gold star tattooed just beneath the trident, the one only awarded to those who'd been read on to programs so black they don't have names. The same star, some whispered, meant she'd outranked 4-star generals on certain nights when no one official was supposed to be in country. You could hear the ice melt in glasses. The Admiral, a man who'd once stared down pirate skiffs in the Gulf of Aden, looked like he wanted the floor to swallow him whole. Riley pulled her. Hoodie back on, calm as ever. "But tonight I'm just a civilian trying to have a quiet drink. So if you'll excuse me, sir." She tossed a 20 on the bar and started for the door. Half the room parted like the Red Sea. A young SEAL pup, barely old enough to shave, actually came to attention as she passed. Callahan found his voice at the last second. "Senior Chief, Riley, ma'am, please." He stepped forward, all the swagger gone. "Let me buy you a drink. Hell, let me buy the bar a round." I was way out of line." Riley stopped, turned, looked him dead in the eye. For a second, everyone thought she'd tear into him. Instead, she just gave a small nod. "Buy the kids at the end of the bar a round, Admiral. The ones shipping out next week. They're the ones who matter now." Then she walked out into the Virginia rain, leaving a 2-star Admiral standing there holding his untouched whiskey like a kid who'd just been dressed down by God herself. That night, every phone in the bar lit up. The video someone secretly recorded hit 2 million views in 48 hours. Comments flooded in from vets who'd served with her, from Marines she'd saved, from Gold Squadron brothers who just typed, "She's the realest there ever was and nothing else." Riley Kane never did another interview. She moved to Montana, bought a small ranch, and teaches wounded vets how to fly fish now. But every year on the anniversary of that night, some anonymous donor pays the tab for the entire Norfolk bar where it all went down. And somewhere out there, a certain retired admiral still tells new officers the story, usually right before he reminds them to never, ever ask a quiet woman in a hoodie what her rank is. So tell me in the comments, from which part of the country are you watching this video right now? Drop your state, your city, wherever you're holding it down tonight. Let's see how far this story's traveled.